After 140 mile per hour fatal chase. Oh snap!
On December 9th.
Hold on, we need the thumbnail. Ah, there we go. Or
19th, 2023, officers in Arkansas pursued an individual wanted on several felony warrants across multiple states. What they didn't know is that the day would end in tragedy. Their suspect, Mario Donnell Page, was wanted by a drug task force originating out of Memphis, Tennessee.
We had been trying to catch Mario for several months. He's fled from us several months. I had a snitch call me, or a CI, however you choose to put that, call me and tell me Sunday that she had him trying to come and pick up money from her.
He buys stolen cars. Okay. The girl said, "Hey, I got $3,000. Can you get me a decent car?" You know, and it was a setup.
Right. All of the charges on Mr. Page are he will come to try to sell you his car. He just hits you in the head, takes your money, and flees.
While local officers and bail bondsmen waited for Mario to arrive on scene, they called for the Arkansas State Police to assist, as Mario was considered a flight risk. 2 officers were en route.
He pulled up on us. We tried to get him out of the car. He rolled down the window. The minute he saw me and I took my hood off, you know, I have a hoodie on. I took my hood down and had my credentials hanging on my chest. He sped off and went past your trooper and a detective. Okay. Mario Page almost hit the trooper when he shot out because he never let off the gas. Spun around, went code 3, and took off after him.
Okay.
They're flying. I'm gonna tell you that. They're flying right now.
Still south on Mound City. Headed towards West Memphis. Just left Marion city limits. The white Chevy Impala with tinted windows.
That close, them cars can go up to 140.
Paper impact.
Okay, so they got through that whole thing up top right there. That red line. They got all of that. Oh, he's sliding. Okay. Unmarked PD vehicle gives marked legitimately. Okay. Oh, that's him right there. That's him down there. Down that road. Alright, bro, I guess.
Coming up to the railroad tracks on Mound City South. North City.
Bro, that's just so much open road game. Imagine having to fight here for that on right there. Watch it be like 150 miles an hour. Oh,
We're probably about to get on the interstate. That truck.
I mean, bruh, that truck messed y'all up.
I had to stop for a truck I didn't think was going to stop. He's got further ahead of me. He's about to get on eastbound on the interstate.
Oh, there's a train. Oh, that's a highway. Never mind, never mind. Hold on. That's a highway. That's a highway. Not a highway. That's a highway. Yeah, that's a highway. Oh, he could have just kept going and got distance. Now he turned left. Oh no, I'm just letting you know right now, you are not getting away from that trooper, bro. He is quick.
282 eastbound. Still about a quarter mile ahead of me.
282 eastbound.
If you're a quarter mile ahead, I think that's pretty long. You can definitely get away, I'm pretty sure. I think it's bleeding, my bad.
283.
Someone in my chat said you look like Marlon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, thank you, bro. Oh, he's gone. Oh no, that's him. That's him. Oh, that's it. That is him. Oh. Oh yeah, no. Oh god. Wait, footage source exclusively obtained from safety. Okay. Oh! Oh, he's fried. Let's put it like that. He is fried. He's dead. There's no way he made it out of that. You slammed into this at 140. The cop hit the truck.
TVI wrecked out 284.
CBR 44.
283 now.
Do you support Israel?
What do you do in that
and the
situation? You hit two
Jewish
people.
Now, more than
Who do you go
ever,
to?
Israel
Who do you go to
needs
first? We'll find out.
Multiple units on scene.
We doing film takedown. We're not getting a response right now. Not a response.
10-4, West Memphis has first responders in the EMS tech.
According to police reports, trailing officers pulled over and quickly ordered Mario at gunpoint to leave the vehicle. After they continually received no response, officers approached. The secondary officer details this scene in a post-incident interview.
Came along the driver's side of the car because it was resting on its roof. Was able to bust the driver's side rear window. Of course, it had the side curtain airbag, at which time I took a knife to cut the airbag so that we could see into the vehicle, at which time I found a black male. Lower half of his body was in the front driver's seat, in between the passenger and driver's seat, with his upper torso in the back. His arms were across his chest, wasn't responsive, kind of gasping for air. Eyes were not open. It was just like in my 30 years, I call it a death rattle.
Okay.
It's that last gasp of breath. This time EMS arrived. He actually went in the vehicle, and I believe he was the one that checked to see if he had a pulse and all that. And he advised he did not have a pulse.
Paramedic advised you don't have a pulse.
Mario was pronounced dead at the scene shortly after by emergency medical services. Outside of the vehicle rolling numerous times, it is likely that he was not wearing his seatbelt based on his placement, lowering his chances of survival even more. An investigation was opened to determine if any wrongdoing resulted in Mario's passing. According to news sources, this investigation placed Trooper Garrett James Bird on paid administrative leave until the investigation
Wait, what?
was
I heard about this guy. Trooper Bird. Yeah, this guy's crazy. I heard he had like a lot of crazy pits in the past.
Placed Trooper Garrett James Bird on paid administrative leave until the investigation was resolved. In a press release by the department, they attributed the cause of the crash to Mario hitting the brakes at 140 miles per hour prior to Trooper Bird's pit or TVI maneuver attempt. Using dashcam and Google Earth references, we found their speed estimation to be
Okay, hold on. They said that he braked right before the thing he's about to do. So let's
accurate.
double check.
We calculated that the officer's average speed 5 seconds.
Yup, look, you see, he braked. The front car that went down, like, look, ready?
Speed estimation to be fairly accurate.
Look at the
we
front of the car.
calculated that the officer's average speed 5 seconds prior
Boom.
to
He braked, so the trooper, as soon as he braked, the trooper was about to hit the back, but since he brakes, he hit the front, causing both cars to veer out and crash.
to the collision was 136 miles per hour. Typically, pit or TVI maneuvers at these speeds are limited to deadly force situations at many agencies across the United States. One example policy from the state of Minnesota discourages pit maneuvers at over 40 miles per hour, and in certain situations at over 25 miles per hour. However, the Arkansas State Police are a rare agency that allows pit maneuvers for most pursuits.
Okay, hold on. Precision immobilization technique. PIT. The precision immobilization technique, PIT, is a method to reduce risks to the public by concluding pursuits. PIT is a forced rotational vehicle stop of a suspect vehicle in an effort to end the suspect's flight, except when it is objectively reasonable to protect an officer or a third person from imminent death or serious physical injury. PIT should not be utilized on trucks carrying hazardous materials, pickup trucks with passengers in the bed of the trucks, vans or buses occupied with passengers who appear to be victims, or motorcycles.
Their policy doesn't list any speed recommendations for them.
Okay, that is true. You don't see anything about the speed in this little paragraph we just read. That's true.
Nor does it correlate speed as a prerequisite for use of deadly force in these maneuvers. In the pursuit report submitted by Trooper Bird, it lists there were no methods of forcible stops utilized, and that the primary reason the pursuit ended was due to Mario hitting the guardrail. Trooper Bird shared what he recalled during an investigation.
Oh, wow. That looked like it barely... Why are the rims blue too? That's just ugly, I ain't gonna lie.
Interview.
All right, it's Friday, December 22nd, 2023, and I'm at the Crittenden County Sheriff's Office Dispatch Center with Trooper James Bird and his attorney, Russell Wood.
I went back in over towards the left lane, which he was still in, to attempt to perform a tactical vehicle intervention, or TVI, and I don't know if he anticipated what was coming and was just trying to get me off of him, or he was intentionally trying to wreck me. But the suspect slammed on the brakes, and it's like when he did, the vehicle veered right, and I was still kind of right there beside him. It collected me, and it caused a collision. We both veered right, made sure that we had fire and EMS en route to assist the suspect. They informed me that they were...
Yeah. Nah, I'm good. Sorry, Adapt was talking to me.
Weren't getting any response out of him. There was plenty of help there, waiting on fire and EMS, and I went to check on the truck driver, make sure he was okay.
The day after the incident, various news organizations obtained this highway camera footage pertaining to the crash and criticized the police department's telling of the events, indicating that the crash...
No, that was crazy, bro. That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Think about... Bro, okay,
pertaining
look,
to
right?
the crash, and criticized the police department.
Think about this vehicle. There's someone obviously driving it, right? They're obviously looking ahead of them, and they just see
telling
a
of the
police car
events,
chase
indicating
someone,
that the
and they
crash
just see go boom into the guardrail.
Was caused by a TVI attempt and not by Mario hitting the brakes. However, in the dash cam footage we obtained, it does appear that Mario brakes just before the collision. According to news sources, if this crash is ruled as a result of a TVI, Mario's death would be the fourth Arkansas TVI fatality of that year. As the public debates the safety and effectiveness surrounding TVIs, Arkansas State Police Director Colonel Mike Hagar shared his reasons on their use. We're not gonna just hope that they're not gonna hit someone, that they're not gonna kill your family, that they're not gonna kill my family. We've seen that happen, unfortunately. This is not theory. We know what's gonna happen the longer we let that go on. So the reason we believe it is the best tactic is because it's the most immediate tactic to bring that pursuit to a conclusion. We don't want anyone to be killed, but at the end of the day, we are always going to maintain that clear priority of life, which is the innocent public, then the law enforcement, then the suspects. 2 weeks after the incident, the investigative report indicates officials received a letter from the state prosecuting attorney, Sonia Haygood of the 2nd Judicial District. The letter stated no charges would be pursued against Trooper Bird and gave authority to close the use of force review as justified, specifically spelling out that Mario caused the crash and that Trooper Bird did not complete a TVI.
Now, the PIT maneuver is short for precision immobilization technique, or tactical vehicle.
I agree with that. I very much agree with that. You feel me? It was very crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let me move my, move my webcam a little here. It was very crazy to watch. I do think that the trooper did not have any fault at that, but at the same time, that was talking about sugar cookies. Yeah, he was asking me about some sugar cookies. But yeah, I think that it was the suspect's fault because the cop was on him and he slammed on his brakes. That's your fault. You know, if he didn't slam on his brakes and probably was wearing a seatbelt, things may have been a little different because the seatbelt would probably save him from being like thrown around in the car. But the trooper, you're brave for that, dude. I mean, how many people would you know that would fly down the road at 48 miles an hour, weave in between cars, and then still trying to pit the guy? Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know one person to do that, and that is Trooper Bird.